I've seen someone get arrested for dropping a piece of thing, like a gum wrapper fell out their pocket, and they're like, littering, you're going to jail for the weekend, $1,000 bail, they get out. But now that that's on the system, if the cop needs to hit a quota, he can easily, because it's already this person's processing, they can get them for anything.
Right.
Like much faster and simpler.
And I want to know, how do you feel about the Black Lives Matter movement?
It's necessary, it's timely. It's just something for us collectively to rally behind something. If we all want to move together in one direction, I think that this is a great movement.
What amazes me is that in this country, in this day and age, a person can be arrested for a minor traffic violation and end up dead. Somebody please explain to me how this happens.
What kind of anthem celebrates the killing of a race? So yes, I understand why Colin Kaepernick sat down and was like, no, I can't. And with everything that's going on right now, I applaud him for using his platform to take a stand.
It's kind of weird that like it's being brought to our attention that it's like the first time that an African American has won swimming. Like, it's like, I think the world is waking up to the fact that it hasn't been normal for a very long time.
But one thing that I read about that I thought was really interesting is that the stories that we hear about the young men and the women who are stopped and shot by the cops, we only hear those stories when they're exemplary people. When someone who may have a background where there might be drug abuse or there might be a criminal history or something like that, we don't hear those stories. So it's the whole idea of there's a lot of underreporting that's going on.
There is no other person that is more equipped to be president than Hillary. And the fact that she's survived so much, the criticisms, the mudslinging, the negativity, the dissension within her own party, criticism, everything is just so admirable. So I feel that this is politics, this is what it's all about. She knew what she was getting into way before she wanted to be president, and I believe she has what it takes.
I just want to say, RuPaul said, would you rather vote for a boisterous windbag with no diplomatic capability, or would you rather vote for a bitch who gets shit done? Like, those are your choices. That was not entirely verbatim quote, but something like that. Those are our choices in this dual system that we have come November, whenever we vote. So that's, what we're looking at.
And it would also create history to be the first woman president. I think it's time America should have women presidents.
Absolutely.
We've had them in other countries, and why America? So far they haven't had.
I think we're going to have it. I really think she's
I
going to
also think that,
She was, for 16 years, she was a first lady. And then for 8 years, she was a senator. For 4 years, she was Secretary of State. This woman has met the job description. And
what does Trump have?
Compared to Trump has zero.
How I feel about ISIS. I think every day in this country, there are things that go on that we don't know about. Terrorism is terrifying on any level, and I think that people need to trust our president and trust people that are trying to take out the bad and still be open-minded and peaceful.
what I realized that it is a battle of beliefs. These people who are in ISIS, who are supporting this whole ISIS movement, they actually believe that they are doing God work. And this is where it gets, I don't know, it gets onto my nerves or whatever.
The thing about ISIS, the scariest thing about ISIS is that Al-Qaeda
looks good.
Is at odds with them because they think that ISIS is too extreme.
One-upping them.
Is too extreme. So when someone like Al-Qaeda, an extremist terrorist organization, is at odds with ISIS, that really puts things into perspective.
But when I hear it on the news, I watch it and it's just crazy. It's just war everywhere. I feel like this country needs God. This whole world needs God, actually. That's my take on that.